I haven't done one of these in Sean, but man, do I have a good one. Now, this is Kid. His name is, don't know if this is right here, Dan Stein or Dan Steen or something. It's all about pronunciation. I suck at pronunciation, so I apologize for getting his name wrong. And he makes interesting videos. Now, recently he had made a video on Yoshi Player's video about Fortnite. Now, Yoshi Player is my friend, and yes, I do agree with his video on Fortnite. But this kid's commentary is just awful. I mean, really awful. I'm sorry, dude, but you either misunderstood what he was saying or you got facts wrong. Your opinions are fine, they're your opinions. You just got a few facts wrong. And since you misunderstood his points, or you contradict yourself, and yes, you did do it, not to mention some interesting editing choices, you ended up making a really bad commentary. And listen, I'm not going to, I'm not saying this to be mean, or to call you out, or anything like that. And I'm going to try not to be biased. But I'm just trying to be honest and give my thoughts. And as usual, what I would say, a lot of what I say might be jokes. So don't take two mean comments I say very seriously. And if you disagree with me, that is perfectly fine. Take what I say with a grain of salt, because opinions are opinions. And hopefully this video will help you make better editing choices and better writing. Ah! Okay, don't do that again. Not the Fortnite dance, although that would be an improvement. Don't let the first thing you hear be ear-raping music that could have busted my eardrum. That will turn away so many people off the bat, including myself. If my friend hadn't showed me your video and urged me to go on, I would have gave up then and there. Don't do that.
Daylight is fading away. Night silhouettes in the sky. Red lights are flashing in towers. It's Manhattan's magical time. Ballerinas dancing in Swan Lake on a river made of diamonds and pearls. Everything's a little bit weird now because tonight it is showtime. In the middle of the street light, oh, we celebrate a good times. Because tonight it is showtime. Come and walk with me, 1 to 17, down the Rockefeller Street. Life is what you know. Do you feel that?
Not only was your intro bad, as far as I know, it has nothing to do with your content in general, so it was pointless. I mean, it was also way too long. I mean, a standard YouTube intro is usually between 10 to 30 seconds. The reason it's that short is because most people don't really care much about the intro since they subscribe for the content. The faster the intro ends, the faster they actually start watching your videos. So my advice, completely change your intro into something more into what you do.
So, there's this new guy in town. I mean, he's not really new, but he's new to my channel, and his name is Yoshi Player. He does not like Fortnite. Now, I like Fortnite, and you know what? Just because he doesn't like Fortnite doesn't mean he can't have his own opinion. But just look at this warning screen. He's gonna I'm sorry. He's gonna animate himself murdering somebody. Just because they like Fortnite. I haven't seen this video yet, but that's the conclusion I'm coming to. I haven't seen this video yet, so, let's just watch.
Don't come to that kind of conclusion before watching the video. In fact, you should have already seen it. If you want to do a commentary right, you should have watched the video, gone over each detail carefully, wrote a script explaining everything that you either agree or disagree with, then make the video. Acts of aggression does not automatically mean he's going to kill someone for playing the fucking game. It can mean he yells or something like that, because that is aggressive behavior. Aggressive is yelling or screaming or something. That's aggressive. You came to a very extreme conclusion despite only seeing the warning. So you have no excuse. You should have watched the video before you made the yours.
I'm sure most of you are aware of my opinion on shooting games and the genre itself. While I think the genre is way too oversaturated, it's finally getting shunned upon for good based on how controversial the genre is now to gamers. The reason being, its oversaturation of microtransaction, the repetitive nature of these games, and the lack of care and quality in their products. Stuff like this honestly makes me glad that companies like Nintendo, Sony, and most indie developers don't follow that type of business strategy, but care more about what the fans want from them. However, there always has to be an alternative for people that are into a dead genre. And what will that be? Battle Royale.
Wait. So you just fast forwarded through his video until the parts where you were trying to make a point? That's just dumb. Mainly because not only does it waste the audience's time, but it's annoying. Hearing a lot of fast talk. It's nothing more than a waste of time. In fact, it's probably why your video is 30 minutes long. 10 minutes of it's probably nothing but fast talking YP. Do me a favor and don't do this because it makes your videos too long. And if it gets too long, it gets uninteresting pretty fast.
So if the shooting genre is dead and Battle Royale is just derivative of it, why is it popular compared to its counterpart? Fortnite. Or as I like to call it, Fortshite.
Wow, that is so original.
Look, I understand why mostly everyone at this point played this game. Compared to most shooting games with a whopping price of $60, Fortnite is free and accessible for everyone who are into shooting games, which is why this game is a favorite among many people. And while I respect people's opinions on this game as well as the genre itself, this game, along with its fandom and the attention it receives, is terrible.
Hey, I thought this was a game review, not a fandom review. And even then, the fandom has now went from bad to mediocre.
Honestly, I've gotten...
Here is your main problem. This is the main reason why a lot of your points are wrong. Not your opinions, your points. You think it is a game review, therefore you treat it like a review. But it's not. If you read the title, any point that you make that mentions reviews automatically fails and is wrong because this is a rant, not review. So let me explain the difference so you know it. A review is when you fairly judge something based around your opinions and give your views on things. A rant is when you're annoyed by something and you're blowing off steam by saying the things that bug you about it. So rants are completely biased. They're supposed to be biased. They are completely different and shouldn't be treated the same. This is why you need to do your research before making the video, so shit like this is right. But by getting the genre of the video wrong, it looks unprofessional. And here's another thing you need to understand. The fandom can ruin the product if it's bad enough. It's happened with Sonic. It's happened with Steven Universe. It's happened with Leagues of Legends and so many other stuff. The fandom can ruin it, and that is what he's saying. Oh, and saying the fan base has gotten from bad to mediocre doesn't help the case that the fan base is bad. Both me and Yost has agreed that the fandom has completely ruined the game for both of us. It doesn't happen with everyone, mind you, but it does happen. And that is what he's saying.
I'm so sick of seeing this game show up everywhere, whether it's on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube. I can't even go through a single day without seeing this fucking game show up. Nor can I go through a day without seeing my poor friend Nick playing this game on the Switch. I feel so sorry for you, bud. And
Oh no, my friend is playing a game and having fun. He's getting tortured. Excuse me, I'm gonna go play some Fortnite. And how'd you get here? I escaped. Okay.
and before any of you
Dude, you're taking the joke way too serious. Both me, Yost, and our friend Josh give Nick a hard time for playing the game. But, like, it's all in good fun. It's honestly more of an inside joke, if anything. So I get why you didn't get it. That's fine. but the way you sounded, it just sounded really dickish. I mean, I'm not saying you are one. I'm just saying, like, it just sounded that way, you know?
Assume I hate this game because it's popular and I suck at it? Oh no, that's a biased reason to hate a game. There's more that makes Fortnite so terrible. Now I know there's a lot of bad games in the gaming industry, heck that's how it was when it first started, but there still has to be something good about most bad games. A notable example for me is Sonic 06. While I don't like the game mechanics and its weak story, I can enjoy the game's soundtrack, some characters were okay, and the CGI cutscenes still hold up. Not the in-game cutscenes, the CGI one.
You mean the full motion video cutscenes?
And this is why you do research. Well, another reason why you do research. Sonic 06 does not have full motion video cutscenes. It has CGI and in-game cutscenes. Full motion is when you have the actors have like balls on them and they can integrate their movements into the game. No Sonic game has that. The only game at that time that had any kind of full motion capture that I can think of off the top of my head right now is Need for Speed Underground. No Sonic game has ever had it. So this is an example of needing to do research.
Not to say Fortnite is the worst game I've ever played or anything, but I still find it terrible. Are there any good aspects about it? Well, actually, no, there isn't.
Guys, he just said that Fortnite is worse than Sonic 06. But that's his opinion. Well, yeah, I understand that's his opinion. But...
Okay, no. There is no but. If it's his opinion, then leave it alone.
it's a bit harsh of him to say. At least Phantom Strider said his opinions in the most polite way imaginable. Oh, so Phantom Strider can be polite, but I can't? No, you're not polite. You're just a pompous dick. Why, you little...
Yeah,
Okay, 2 days. Two things. One, I don't understand the thing with you and Jerry, mainly because I don't watch your videos, so that's more my fault than it is yours. But still, some explanations for this kind of thing could make everyone, for anyone else who's in the same boat as me, it could help them understand the joke. And two, it's harsh? How? Sonic 06 is not the worst game ever made, and neither was Fortnite. Sonic Boom is way worse than both of them, and so was Bubsy 3D. So, you're harping on him because he said a game was worse than a bad game? That makes no sense. It's just his opinion. This did not need a point.
this game is not only a good reason why I'm not a big fan of shooting games, but there's absolutely nothing or outstanding about this game.
Wait, you hate it because of the genre? That's pretty biased, Yoshi player. Pretty biased. I thought you were against being biased.
But what makes
How the fuck you come to that conclusion? He briefly mentions he doesn't like shooter games, and afterwards he said, now listen to me carefully, he said, there's nothing outstanding or interesting in the game. That's one reason why he doesn't like it. It's not his main reason, it's just one reason. If you wanted to say a point against him, get his reason.
this so appealing to the casual crowd and the positive reception it received despite its controversial aspects? Well, let's find out and bury it to the ground. Fortnite was first
The fucking speed ups again. I hate it. Oh, and please note, it says right here, let's rant, meaning he's going to rant.
October 2017, and the whole purpose of the game's existence in the first place was its Save the World feature, where you and a group of friends would team up to what else? But that's not why everyone got so addicted. That's thanks to the Battle Royale mode. Now, I, for one, have never really played Battle Royale games aside from the game itself back in the day, at times especially for the purpose for this review, but I have a feeling most of them would have had some sort of effort or fun factor placed in that this game is lacking.
Look, I get it. What's fun is subjective, but what makes a good game isn't subjective.
Wait, what?
What makes a good game isn't subjective.
What makes a good game isn't subjective? Yes, it fucking is, you idiots. Good games are games that you find fun and enjoyable. Nothing but subjectiveness. Some people only play shooter games because they think they're good games because it's their opinion. Some people prefer 3D platformers, like myself, for example. I like to play games like Ratchet and Clank, like Cooper, Sonic, Mario. I'm not a person who likes sports games or fighting games or shooter games. I think most of them are bad games because I just don't like them. They are not my thing. It's all subjective and about personal taste. You know what? I can't go on. I'm 6 minutes in. He has no research. Didn't even know what type of video he was commentating on. There's no reason to continue. It has sloppy editing. The speed up sections are annoying. Most of his points are from him not understanding what Yosh is saying. It's just a really bad video. Yes, I've seen the whole video. I have. But I have to rewatch it to say these points, and this part's unscripted. It is so hard to really, really watch a really bad video like this. I'm fucking sick. Like, my throat... like, I cut out most of my coughing because it's bad. No. It's a really bad video, and he's really repetitive. Like, he contradicts himself. He goes, I get that that's your opinion, but this game doesn't have bad music. That's your opinion! That is... You just literally contradicted yourself when you said that. There's this one segment where where Yosh mentions something about Fortnite dances and how bad they are, and then he does one because he says he thinks that makes it cool or whatever, and it's just cringy. It's I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I really am. But no, this is a really bad video. The sad thing is the rant at the very end was the only thing that's not scripted. I'm not crying or anything. I'm just tired. I've been up all night. I've been scripting this video for 2 hours. And this is just really bad commentary. I know I've said that like 5 times. See, this is what happens when I don't script. I tend to ramble on. Let me try to be nicer about it, okay? Because I don't want to be too harsh on the kid. My advice, kid, Dan. I don't know if that's your name, but I'm gonna assume it's Dan because since that's your channel's name. Before you make commentary, you actually have to watch the video first, because you need to go over what he's saying and digest it. Then you need to go over it, make sure, see what you agree with, see what you don't agree with, write it out, maybe make a couple jokes here and there. And say what you think is wrong. You know? That's all you have to do. You did just about everything in this video wrong. You got facts wrong. You know, Sonic 06, you know, the whole cutscene thing, that was a wrong fact. The fact that you think it's a review, you're wrong. It's not a review, it's a rant. It says it in the title, Let's Rant. Like, those 2 reasons alone should say that you need to look more in depth in what you're trying to commentate on. I only got 6 minutes in the video before I had to, like, stop and be like, no, I can't finish this. Now, I did finish the video. I had watched it in full before. That's why I decided to make this video. But I watched it late at night with friends. And now that I'm looking back and analyzing everything, it's way worse than I remember it being. I mean, if you don't want to improve or anything, then, you know, just don't listen to me. But this is just what I think. You have to remember that. Don't agree with me? That's fine. But I don't want to spend 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 20, even 10 minutes going over a video if I'm going to repeat myself a lot, because you know, a bunch of your points are repetitive, and I would have to repeat myself. And you don't know this. A lot of people actually don't know this, but repetitiveness is one of my major pet peeves. I don't like it when people are repetitive. But that's one of my flaws, though. It has nothing to do with you. It's my flaws. I don't like repetitiveness. Never have. If you take anything from this video, if you completely disagree and completely hate me for this, at least listen to this. Watch videos before you commentate and do research to ensure that you're getting your facts right. That's all I'm asking you to do. If you want to keep doing the fast forward thing, fine. I'm not going to watch your videos anyway. If that's what you want to do, do it. The whole Jerry thing, I guess it's a channel joke because it confuses me. Keep doing that. It's your thing. But just try to work on getting better quality. I'm sorry for my little outburst earlier. I actually legit got really triggered because... Oh, yay. No threats were found since your last summary on my antivirus. That's great. I'm sorry, kid. I really am. I wanted to go through this whole video. I really did. I want to actually pick apart everything you said that was wrong. But, like, I'm going to be doing this every few seconds if I did. This video will probably be... Your video's 35 minutes long, which is way too long. My video would most likely be over an hour long if I did that. But the problem with that only proves something. A lot of what you say is wrong and based upon your belief of it being a review. I'm not going to spend an hour going over this. I'm not going to spend hours editing a video with that stuff in mind. I'm not. If you'd like me to go on further, maybe I can do it in parts. But honestly, let's just think about it. You're probably not going to ask me to do any more, so I think I'll just end it off here. I'm sorry, kid, but I tried. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Hey, everyone, so... the very ending was completely improvised. I did not, I honestly didn't think I would. I had one thing written down. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll say what I want to say, and I did. I do apologize if I seemed too harsh or was too harsh. I literally said all of that out of anger or frustration, probably frustration. But what happens happens. I at least was being honest, and I stayed true to what I say. I believe what I said was right. If you don't agree, fine. I just made this just to, honestly, because I really need to make another video, and this gave me pretty much the biggest reason to make one. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.